So you want to start editing in Shotcut and you are wondering how do you add your video file? Now it is simple. So the first thing you need to do once you open Shotcut, you will be met with such an interface. So before you upload your video, first you'll need to give your project a name. You have to give your project a name. By default, this is the screen that you will meet. So maybe you want to say your project is you just give it a name, my video recording. Say you want to give that a name to your project, and then once you have given it a title, you will simply press on start. So when you get to start and you have an interface that can't clearly give you an opportunity to upload, you need to come here and click on playlist. So the playlist now gives you a playlist where you can add your video. The simplest way to add your video clip in this playlist is to simply go into your folder where you have the video, and then just take the video and then drag and drop it into your Shotcut tool, so into your Shotcut app. So you, for instance, I want to add this video, I can simply just drag and drop it here. And maybe you want to upload more than one video, you can add as many as you can. Maybe I want to add another one, maybe I want to add this, I can as well put it in, I can as well add it in. So as you can see, our videos are added and we can now start editing them. But there is a problem. We don't have a video on our timeline. Now you have your videos ready to start editing, but how do you begin the editing functionality? So for us to be able to do that, we need to add our videos into the timeline. So this is our timeline. This is our timeline. So for us to be able to add these videos into the timeline, you can simply drag and drop these videos into the timeline. So you can simply do this and just drop your video, and you can see the video is added into the timeline. From here, we can now start playing. When you start playing, you can see
So you
the
have an
video is
image and
playing,
this
and we
image
can now
is too
start
big.
editing from here. You can start editing from here, and you can make all the necessary adjustments from here. There are cases where you don't have the timeline. For instance, let me do this. Now, in this case, you want to edit your video, but as you can see, the timeline is missing. So if you meet such a blank interface, what you simply need to do is to go here and look for the feature called timeline. So if you press on timeline, now you can see the timeline has appeared. When now we have the timeline, that's when now we can begin our editing. We can now drop our videos into the timeline. To be able to add your video into the timeline, what you simply need to do is to drag and drop the video into the timeline, and it will be automatically be added. You can add as many as you can. If you want to add another one, you can simply drag and drop it here, it will be added.